Hello friends, in today's video I'm going to tell you about another example from the Gauss backward formula. So in this Gauss backward formula we have a given question that is like apply Gauss backward formula to find sine 45 degree from the following table, and there it is. Theta in degree, it is given as 20 degree, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80, and the given value for the sine and theta degrees are also given there in the table, as you could see that. So we have to apply the Gauss backward formula. So firstly going to just find out the x naught and what is the h for the given equation. So as we could see that for this given table, want to find x, we have 30 minus 20, that is 10. So here h is equals to 10, and for finding out what is n or p, since we know that p equals to n, to find out the p we have to apply the formula x equals to x naught plus p into h. So to find out x, the x is here 45, and x naught, to choose the x naught we have to choose in the backwards. In the Gauss backward formula interpolation, we usually use the uh, bottom bottom side value, and this is, since 45 lies between 40 and 50, so we have to choose 50 since it is in the bottom and 40 is on the top. So choosing 50 here, and since we know that h equals to 10, so p into 10 here. So here the value of p equals to 45 minus 50 equals to minus 5, and divide by 10, that will be equals to 1 by 2, that is equals to 0 minus 0.5. That is the value for the p. Since we have already find out p and h for the given table, so now we need to form the table for the given equations, and in the table we will find out the difference table. So firstly I am going to writing out the x and theta and sine theta as it is. So here it is sine theta and sine theta. Then we will find out del. Since we are using backward, we'll use it opposite, and del square. Since we have 7, so we are going to use it del till del 6. So firstly we are writing 20, 30, 50, 50, 60, and 70 and 80. So I've written it, and now for this value 0.3202. You just need to write down as it is the value. So we have written every value uh, which is given in the table already. So now we need to find out the del. Del will be, since we know that for the value of the del, we know that if we need to find the difference between the both 0.502 and 0.3402. Since we always find out the difference by taking the top bottom value minus the top value. So we are going to find out. So let's find. There it is. That will be equals to 0.1598. Same 279 minus 0.502, you get 0.14079. is equals to 0.12325 next 0.8660 minus 0.76604 that is equals to 0.099 4 times 9 then 0.93969 minus 0.86603 that is equals to 0.07366. The last value for this 0.9848 minus 0.93969 and that will be equals to 0.04512. And same for the del square, we will find out the bottom value minus the top value, that will be 0.14079 minus 0.15998, that is equals to minus of 0.019 and 19, then 0.12325 minus 0.14079, that is equals to minus 0.01754. Next 0.014 times 9 minus 0.12325, that is equals to minus of 0.02346. Next 0.0736 minus 0.04 times 9, that will be equals to minus of 0.02633. Then 0.04512 minus 0.07366, and that is equals to minus of 0.02854. So next we have to use second for del 3 and so on. So finding out for del 3, going to minus of 0.01754 and minus will be plus here, so directly I am using plus here, plus 0.01919, that will be equals to 1.65 into 10 to the power minus 3, that will be equals to 0.00165, and for the next value is minus of 0.02326 and plus with 0.01754, that is equals to 5 points minus 5.72 10 power minus 3, that is equals to minus of 0.00572. Next one is minus of 0.02633 and plus with 0.02326, that is equals to minus 3.07 to 10 power minus 3, is equals to 0.00307. Next one is minus of 0.02854 and plus with 0.02633, that is equals to minus 2.21 to 10 to the minus 3, that is equals to minus 0.00221. Next we need to find out for the del 4. So let's find out for the del 4. We're going to find firstly minus of 0.00572 and minus with 0.00165, that is equals to minus of 0.00737, and then again for the next value we should minus 0.00307 and minus plus here 0.00572, that is equals to 0.00265 and minus of 0.00221 and plus with 0.00307, that is equals to since 8.6 into 10 power minus 4 is there, so we're going to use 30 0.00086. Next for the del 5 I'm going to use 0.00265, and minus will be plus here 0.00737. You will get 0.01002, and then 0.250 and 86 minus with 0.00265. That is going to be equals to minus of 1.79, and for minus C, that is first will be minus 0.00179 here, and next value is minus 0.00179 and minus with 0.01002. So we will get here for the del 6 minus 0.01181. That is the all value. So now as we have chosen x naught here, x naught is here 50. So this will be our x naught and this will be our y naught. So from here, firstly we are going to apply, that is y naught here, y1, y2 and y3, and we're going to put 1 in between all the values of 1 y, I mean sin theta here, that will make it y naught, y. Then here it is, since it is y naught, this will be y minus 1, y minus 2 and y minus 3. Since we have y minus 3 here, we are we are going to apply here n plus 3 c1, and this n plus 3 c2, n plus 3 c3, n plus 3 c4, n plus 3 c5, and n plus 3 c6. And then we have to go down with decreasing the one magnitude from each one. So here it will get n plus 2 c1, n plus 1 c1, n c1, n n minus 1 c1, n minus 2 c1, and n minus 3 c1. Same here we will get n plus 2 c2, yeah, n plus 1 c2, then n c2, n minus 1 c2, n minus 2 c2. Here we will get n plus 2 c3, n plus 1 c3, n c3, n minus 1 c3, then n plus 2 c4, n plus 1 c4, n c, and then n plus 2 c5, n plus 1 c5, and plus 2 c6. Since we have get all these values filled up, now we need to find out the formula. Since according to the formula we are going to fill, firstly going to draw the straight line so that we could be able to draw draw the formula here. So first the straight line will be NC1, then the next one will be this one del square y minus 1, and then next one be our n plus 1 c3, this one, and next one will be and this one, that is del 4 y minus 2, and then next one will be y plus 2 c n plus 2 c5, and our next will be this one, that is a del spot, that is del 6 of y, that is y minus 2 almost. So firstly we need to, since we have drawn the straight line here, and now we need to find out Gauss backward formula. So in Gauss backward formula we usually do this one step. We are going to top, then we go down, and again we go to top and then down, then top, and we goes down. So we have to apply this one, and since we know that when we go from here to top and we reach there, so firstly we will apply y naught and then add with the upper value and multiply with this upper value into lower value. Then when we are going to this one, we are going to multiply with this one and this one, and same one with everyone. So from this data, since we have formed the formula, now we're going to write the formula for this. That is, uh, that is this sine of 45. So I'm directly writing here sine 45 equals to, here we're going to y net plus nc1 into 0.12325 and plus with n plus 1 c2 into 0.02326 and then plus this and plus 1 c3 into minus of 0.00572, then again here adding with n plus 2 c4 into February, here n plus 2 c4 into 0.00265, then addition with n plus 2 and c5 and multiply with 0.01002, and then addition with n plus 3 c6 and multiply with 0. That is minus 0.011. That is our formula. Means directly if we had written it in the form of y, del y minus 1, del y minus 2, in this form we will get that form, but we have directly written it in the differentiable form and in the given question. So we now need to just apply this value and calculate this value. So the next part is just calculate the value for the nc1 and c n plus 1 c3, and that's all n plus 1 c3 this value. So firstly going with, since we know that the y net, the value of y net is here 0.76604 here, and since we know that what is n is here minus 0.5. So the nc1, the value of nc1 is, we can directly write it as minus 0.5. So I'm writing it minus 0.5 and multiply with 0.12325 here. So next one is, need to find n plus 1 c2. So let's find it in the row. So the value of n plus 1 c2 will be here, n plus c2, n plus, sorry, n plus 1 c2. We need to find out n plus 1 c2. So minus of 0.5 plus 1 factorial divided by minus of 0.5 plus 1 minus 2 factorial. Now expanded it. So on expanding we will get minus 0.5 plus 1, and then it is in the factorial form. So we will get minus 0.5, and on minus subtracting my minus 2 with 1 we'll get minus 1 here, and there will be also a 2 factorial there. Now to expand this one, we are going to minus 0.5 and plus and minus, plus and minus will be, that will be equals to minus 5 and minus 0.5 minus 1, there is, both will be cancelled here. So we just need to calculate this value. So what are the value for this is minus firstly taking parenthesis minus 0.5 plus 1 multiply with minus of 0.5, that is equals to minus 0.25, and set to factor with just 2, so dividing by 2 and going to get minus 0.125. So evaluating it, minus of 0.125 and multiply with 0.02326, and now we're going to calculate n plus 1 c3. So let's calculate n plus 1 c3, that is minus of 0.5 plus 1 factorial divided minus of 0.5 plus 1 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Now expanding it, minus 0.5 plus 1, leave it as it is, minus 0.5 and minus, and when we separate 1 minus 3 we'll get minus 2 factorial there, and there will be a 3 factorial. And now to get the form in the minus 2, 0. Minus 0.5 minus 2, we'll reduce this minus 0.5, that will be as it is, minus 1 will cancel, minus 0.5 minus 1, and minus 0.5 minus 2 factorial, this both will be cancelled. Now we calculate this value, minus of 0.5 plus of 1 and minus of 0.5 and minus of 0.5 minus of, so we're going to get the value is 0.0375. Since the factorial of 3 will be equals to 3 to the 6, that is 6 on divided by 6 will get minus of, that is plus of 0.0625. Just evaluate it there, plus of 0.0625, and the value is minus of 0.00572 here. Now for the value of n plus 2 into C4, let's calculate n plus 2 C4, and on evaluating n plus 2 C4, we are going to get 0.023437. So let's evaluate this. So that will be 0.023437 and multiply with 0.00265. Next is n plus 2 C5. So let's evaluate n plus 2 C5. So we will get, so on calculating n plus 2 C5, we are going to get minus 0.011711875. So let's put this in the value. That will be minus of 0.011711875 and multiplied with 0.01002. Next one is just calculate n plus 3 C6. So let's calculate this. So on evaluating n plus 3 C6, that will get minus 4 into 8, 4.88, 281, 2585 minus 0, that will be equals to minus of 0.004882825. So let's evaluate this. Yeah, writing down minus 0.004882825 and multiply with minus of 0.01181. So we just need to calculate all this value so that we get sin 35 value. So now calculating it in the calculator. You can also calculate it in your calculator as well. And firstly, adding 0.76604, and since that is already minus, you can also use plus here. Plus into minus of 0.5 into 0.12325, and plus minus, that will be already minus into 0.125 multiplied with 0.02326, and then addition with 0.0625 multiplied with minus of 0.00572, then here we have that add with 0.0234375 multiplied with 0.00265, and then we have minus 0.011711875 multiplied with 0.01002, and then again we get subtraction with 0.004882825 multiplied with minus of 0.01181. So our final value is going to be equals to 0.69849387. Let's check it. Since we had just done a mistake here, you have not used minus here. So on using it minus minus we will get that is plus 0.0029075. So this is not our answer. Our answer will be 0.704388. That is just approx of 0.707106. That is the actual value for the sin 45. And so this is our answer. So in this question we learned about the Gauss-Lagrange formula and how do we apply this. From the table we have also know that how do we apply. We just need to draw a straight line from the given y-net and then we need to go up and down. This zigzag line will give you the Gauss-Lagrange formula. So, thank you. Let's meet in the next video.